It happens before you speak, before intention, before thought. You walk into a room or sit across from someone, and your body adjusts almost instantly. Your breath shifts, your posture changes, your internal volume recalibrates. You're not trying to match them. You're not performing. Something in you simply receives. And by the time the conversation begins, you're already inside their emotional climate. Most people describe connection as something they do. But for many INFJs, connection is something that happens. You notice it in your chest, or your throat, or the way your shoulders subtly respond to the other person's presence. If they're tense, your body tightens. If they're open, you soften. If they're emotionally complex, your attention sharpens. You don't decide to mirror them. You don't plan to adapt. It happens instantly. And somewhere in the interaction, there's a quiet loss of orientation. Not panic, not distress, just the faint sense that your own emotional baseline has gone quiet, as if your inner radio changed stations without asking. From the outside, this can look like ease, attunement, social fluidity. Sometimes people assume you're adjusting to be liked or presenting different versions of yourself. But inside, it doesn't feel strategic. It feels like your system opened a channel and information began moving through you. The adaptation isn't conscious. It's perceptual. What's happening isn't role switching. It's absorption. Your nervous system registers emotional environments quickly and deeply, before language, before analysis. You don't just notice how someone feels. Your body samples it. Breathing shifts. Emotional tone enters awareness. Meaning begins forming beneath the surface. This is how understanding starts for you. Not through distance, but through temporary internal proximity. The cost of that proximity is that self-reference pauses, not disappears, pauses. Psychologically, this is often called affective attunement. Highly empathic nervous systems don't just observe emotion, they register it somatically. That's why it feels instantaneous. This isn't pretending. You're not being dishonest. And it isn't people-pleasing, at least not at its core. People-pleasing tries to manage outcomes. Absorption tries to understand reality. The loss you feel isn't a loss of identity. It's a temporary shift in attention. Understanding first, self-anchoring later. Often the disorientation comes afterward, when you're alone again, when the room is quiet, a subtle emptiness, a need to recalibrate. Not because something went wrong, but because your system was deeply engaged. This isn't weakness, It's recovery from depth. Nothing here needs to be forced. You don't need to harden yourself against connection. And you don't need to apologize for how quickly you attune. This sensitivity isn't a flaw. It's a capacity to understand from the inside. This channel exists for that kind of inner pace. No urgency, just understanding. A quiet place for deep minds.